Hi, and thanks for watching Circo TV. Today we're going to talk about building a 2x4 foot table that sits about 40 inches off the ground. Here's a sped up version that I plugged in for you to see how easy it is to put together without any pausing. But today we're going to show you how you can build a pretty sturdy table with PVC. This is with 1-inch PVC. And as you can see, I'll get into the different measurements and the pieces here. So I used a utility grade cap and I drilled a hole through the middle for the wheel caster, and I just bolted that into the bottom and then insert it into a strut that is about 16 3/4 inches long. Perfect for a 40-inch high table. So you're going to want to build 4 of those struts. As you can see here, I'm laying them out for you. I built the 4 already. And for the long end struts, you're going to have a 21.5-inch strut. As you can see there's going to be 2 of those. So these are going to be your side end struts. Sorry, excuse me. These are your sides. So these are about, once it's put together, about 2 feet wide. So again, the table itself is about 2 foot by 4 foot. And here you can see I'm sliding the wheel struts into the cross bars. And I'm using the slip T to slide those together instead of a L or something like that. The slip T allows you to just cut. Here is your long side, your 4-foot side, which is in its rough state 45.5 inches. And then again attaching the slip T to each end of those so that you can slide those over your wheel struts. Here I'm just lining it up, and I'm going to slide those long 4-footers, roughly 4-footer ends, long ends onto the wheel assembly. And this is going to be your lower half of your table, and I chose to do the caster wheels so that I can move it around. It's a lot easier to roll around that way and to move it if I need to. So you can see, just slide those into place with the slip T, and there you've got your base. Pretty simple. It didn't take very long to do that. And you're just going to use a standard circular saw to cut your sections off. I'm using furniture grade pipe and fittings here just for how nice they look and the socket depth, so that I don't have to use glue because they fit together very well. You're going to use 4 ways for each of your corners so that you can attach to the bottom and the top above it. So basically your same measurements for your longs and shorts all the way around, and you're going to use 4 1-inch 4 ways to attach that to your base. And actually, I put in the struts right above the 4 ways first, 16.5 inches. So you're coming up 16.5 inches from your midway section, and this is just for more rigidity of the structure itself. You can imagine if you went straight from the bottom to your table top, how flimsy it would be. So here is the 16.5 struts stuck on above the midway section, and so this is your lower and midway section of your table. And here I'm just adjusting so you can see the rest of the project. Built another section for the tabletop, and this is going to use 3 ways. And you're going to notice that I'm holding an extra mid strut. So you're going to want to put that midway through this section so that you have some extra strength in the middle where your table top will sit, so that you can put things in the middle of the table and there won't be any sag. So I just put slip tees there and slid it down into place. And you're welcome to, put screws in any pieces here just to sure it up, but it's pretty solid without screws. And you'll see that when I sit on it in the end. But anyway, just snap this into place and use those 3 ways so that you can have a flat table top surface. And it should just pop right into place. So I'm just making sure everything's tight and moving that center strut into the middle. And then I'm gonna grab the tabletop. This is one of our new products. It's called a snap tab. It's got a flat surface on one side, so you can screw it to your flat board or table or wall or whatever you want. And it's got a snap clamp attached to it. So it's a great way to attach any flat surface to your clamp and be set to clamp that surface or pop any type of 1-inch PVC to that clamp. And here I'm using it just to use as my tabletop attachment. So there you are. It's 40 inches off the ground, and it's exactly 4 feet long. And as you can see there, and the width is 2 feet wide. So these are pretty standard sizes, and the measurements I'm giving you are for building a frame that will accommodate 2 by 4 by 40 inches off the ground. But as you can see, I'm getting on top of it, and it's pretty strong. Probably won't be putting 220 pounds on it, but in the case that you do, it can hold it. But I wouldn't recommend having that on there permanently. You probably bend your pipe over time. Thanks for watching.